When President Robert Mugabe is addressing the forum at the moment. Let's take you there.
Economy improves. But then there is that which is caused by a clash of doctrines. Sometimes it's not just the political doctrines, it's religious doctrines. And that's what we see on our globe. And you have our Muslim friends. Islam has split itself so much so that one doesn't know where the splits will end. And the splits are not, like splits in the Christian churches. For example, in the Christian churches, you are getting lots of small churches starting, but that doesn't lead to violence. But in the Islamic world, you talk of ISIS, you talk of ICAL, and so on, and various groups, and it would appear that the belief is that the more violence you exert on the population, then the greater the population listens to you and joins your side of religion. And that is a dangerous one. I don't know how this one will be remedied. It appears to me that I think it's beyond remedy just now. And in Africa, well, we also have had that touch of the Muslim world in a number of countries. But in the south where we are, no, that's not our experience, and thank God. So I want to divide the causes then into those that are economic and those are caused by differences in religious doctrine.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Just one quick follow-up question. You speak about countries in the south. You'll see from the description of the session that on the Fragile States Index, Zimbabwe is listed as a fragile state. Do you agree with that, Mr. President? Is Zimbabwe a fragile state?
Well, now you are well, of course you know that is not true. And Zimbabwe is one of the most highly developed country in Africa. And after South Africa, I want to know which country has, that level of development that you see in Zimbabwe. We have 14 universities. We have our literacy rate is over 90, and it's the highest in Africa. And I don't talk of us as a fragile state from an economic point of view. Yes, we have our problems, but certainly we are achieving our problems. We have resources, perhaps more resources than the average country in the world. You see, gold, diamonds, chrome, coal, etc., platinum, etc. and we are utilizing them. And our agriculture is very viable. And this year, we'll have a bumper harvest. It's not just maize, which is our food. It's cotton, it's tobacco, it's many other crops. And we are not a poor country, and we can't be a fragile country when we have these resources. But if someone wants to call us fragile, they are free to do so.
Thank you, Mr.
I can call America fragile.
Indeed. Thank you, Mr. President.
They went on their knees at one time to China, and they were assisted. We were able to save some of their companies.
Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it. Donald, you've been at the forefront of this debate in Africa for many, many years. You've been
there from Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe attending the World Economic Forum on Africa there in Durban. It is his first attendance of a WEF meeting since Tanzania in 2010, just denying that Zimbabwe is a fragile state, saying it is one of the most highly developed countries in Africa, second to South Africa, and one of the most resource countries in the world. And that's bringing you the latest there from the World Economic Forum on Africa happening in Durban.